Hi, I am Connie Jo Lofthouse from Clinton, Utah, and I'm a Gold Premier, and it's Motivational Monday. Today, I am going to talk to you about getting your groove back. And so I am wearing a pink feather headdress, as you can tell, and I will explain why in just a few minutes. When people talk about losing their groove, they're really talking about losing their focus, motivation, and ability to do things. So I'm going to give you some tips on maybe how to get your mojo and groove back. So the very first thing that really kind of sucks a lot of that groove off is your stress level. So if you have a lot of stress, you need to address that very first. So a couple of ways that you can lessen your stress level is, first of all, learn to say no. This is a big one for women especially. Also, you are not Superwoman and you do not need to do everything. So yeah, sometimes you just need to let some things go. They're not that important. Learn to prioritize things. Learn to outsource things if you can and delegate things. Really just try and let go of some of those things that you don't need to. Another thing is allow yourself to have fun and remember to have fun. We are grown-ups, but we can be kids if we want to. We can wear pink headdresses to do our work in. We can sit on bouncy balls to do our work if we want to. But you need to allow yourself to have fun and give you that permission. So one activity that you can do is write down 3 or 4 times that you genuinely had fun and where you were at, what you were doing, who you were with, and give yourself permission to do those things again. It's allowed and you deserve it. Which kind of leads me to the next thing, especially if any of those activities are physical activities. You need to get out there and do physical activities. Now, of course, if you can get out there and do an exercise every single day, an actual exercise routine, good for you, that's even better. But don't commit yourself to having to do it. But if you can get out there and do some form of physical activity every day, about 15 minutes, great. If you can get your kids involved, it's even better. So go biking, go hiking, go roller skating with them, whatever. But if you can just do some kind of physical activity, it's going to get your endorphins up, which is a natural feel-good. Even if it's skipping around your office if you need to and having fun that way, do that. Do something a little bit unexpected, something outrageous, which this is the next tip, but it kind of can go back to the other one. Go pole dancing, go skinny dipping, but go do something that is unexpected, that's a little outrageous, that people are like, wow, she did that. But it doesn't have to be a physical activity, but if you can incorporate one into the other, even better. The next one is train your brain. You've heard you are what you eat. Well, you are what you think. So all of those negative thoughts that might come into your head, you need to make sure that they are positive thoughts instead. So make sure that you are thinking good thoughts about yourself, also good thoughts about others. Make sure and have a thankful journal and write in that all of the things that you're thankful for, that you're grateful happened to you, that the people you appreciate in your life. Also, write down the things that you accomplished, because a lot of times you don't think you accomplished a lot that day, but if you wrote those down, you'll be amazed at how many things you actually did accomplish. Write down your goals. I'm a big person on posting your goals, and when they're physically written out, you're kind of held more accountable for them, not only for yourself, but also post them several different places in your house. I recommend on your bedroom, your bathroom mirror, your kitchen refrigerator, and then somewhere in your office, somewhere you're frequently going to see. But post them and have a daily affirmation. I have one that I say at least a couple of times a day. Every single morning I try and remember to say it, and then I try and say it at night too. But have yourself a daily affirmation. Be good to your body. We kind of talked about exercise already, but this is really important. Your body will be good to you if you're good to it. Make sure you're getting enough sleep. Make sure you're eating properly. Make sure you're eating frequently. Proper meals and proper snacks. I get very hangry, and I'm sure other people do too. So make sure that you take care of yourself, that you're drinking enough water too. This is a really big one. But don't mistreat your body, and it won't mistreat you. Be fabulous and love yourself for who you are and love your imperfections. Every single person has imperfections. Even the most beautiful person that you think is the most beautiful person has imperfections and has just learned to embrace them. So you need to, don't compare yourself to others. And this doesn't just go for looks, it also goes for goals. Don't be comparing yourself to other people and what they've accomplished. Compare yourself to yourself and your own goals. And be fabulous. Just love yourself for who you are. Also, treat yourself well. If you are a stay-at-home mom and sometimes don't shower like I used to, get out of that habit. It really does make a difference on yourself. So, make sure and put makeup on. If you already do that, buy yourself some new makeup. Buy yourself some new shoes. Buy yourself a new bra. It makes a difference. So be good to yourself. Hang out with people that you want to be like, and that people who support you and support your goals. People that really like you and want to bring you to the person that you know you can become. Evaluate some of your friendships, and I'm not telling you to cut ties with anybody, just be aware of some of your relationships. So if they're not supportive of your goals, be aware of this, because then when you are around them and they maybe do that backhanded comment about your goal or your business or whatever it is, you're just at least aware of that. So then their negative comments isn't going to become a negative thought in your mind. So you're just aware of them. And if you do need to distance yourself a little, do that. But you don't necessarily have to cut ties with them. Just be aware if they are not supportive of yourself and your business and everything. Just be aware of that. This next one is a hard one even for me, and if my husband was here, he would probably say, practice what you preach. Take an electronic break. You do not need to be on Facebook and computers all the time. And I know as team leaders, this is really hard for us a lot of times. So nothing is that important. So we need to put our computers down, put our Facebook down, and set business hours for our team. But this goes for anybody. Nothing is that important. So set office hours, set time limits on how long you're going to be on a certain thing. This also goes for, I know, computers and gaming and TV and all of those things. So set limits if you have to, but turn it off completely if you can. Also, practice good breathing techniques. I like to do my daily affirmations while I'm doing these breathing. So in the morning, I'm doing the deep breathing in, I'm taking in the day, I'm appreciating myself, I'm doing my daily affirmations at the end of the day, same thing. I'm appreciating others, I'm thanking, doing my thankfulness and those kind of things, and appreciating myself of what I did for the day. But I'm also doing those breathing techniques, and it really does make a huge difference, especially when I'm just feeling really down. Headdress is falling off there. Change your environment if you can, and this is really big, especially if you work from home, the same office all the time. Change things up if you can. If it's a nice day, go outside and work for a couple of hours if you can. It's going to give you vitamin D too, and who doesn't need that? But change things up if you can. I know one premier, she goes to a coffee shop a couple of hours each week, and so that's completely different environment. Do something different if you can, and that's going to change it up. And then lastly, get an accountability partner or a goal buddy, and that's going to really hold you accountable and kind of keep you on track and hopefully keep this motivation that you're gaining in check. So it doesn't need to be necessarily somebody on your team, and it does not need to be your team leader. In fact, I don't recommend it being your team leader. I recommend it being somebody totally different. So anyway, these are just some tips on helping you get your groove back. I hope that it's helped you for your Motivational Monday and can get you back in the groove. So thanks again, and I'm Connie Jo, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks again.